If a man is really attracted to you, he's never going to come to you with his problem and in a way that appears weak or will appear weak to you in his eyes. So, in his perception, he's not going to want to come to you if in a way that will be perceived as weak. And this applies earlier on in a relationship dynamic. So this is during courtship and before a man has really committed to a woman, because obviously at some point things are going to happen in life and he might come to you with his problems. Although masculine energy men, and in my channel I talk about polarity and the dynamics between the masculine and the feminine, the masculine man is never going to come to you in a way that is going to make him look weak, even into a relationship. So, certain situations might happen that might be out of his control that enable him to open up, but not in a way that he would have intended to. So, very rarely is a man going to voluntarily come to you with his issues. And I'm talking about like a masculine energy man. And the reason for that is he wants to solve the problem and he also wants to look like dominant to you. And when I mean dominant, I don't mean in an aggressive way. I mean in a way that makes a woman perceive him as a leader. So if a man initially is coming to you with his issues and with his problems, and this is, let's say, the first few months of a relationship, he's not attracted to you, or he's in his feminine energy and he sees you as a emotional outlet, a therapist, a mama. And if it feels good to you, so this is what was really important to keep in mind. And what I was mentioning to a woman that I was speaking to the other day, because she was saying, oh, he's so emotionally available. I've never spoken to a man that's so emotionally available. He came over to my house at 9 o'clock at night and he was sharing all of the issues he's going through and all of his problems. And this is 2 months into their courtship, I guess. She thinks they're in a relationship, but they're not, because his actions are not like solidifying that. And so when a man is coming over at 9 o'clock at night and he's sharing his problems and you perceive that as vulnerability, that's not vulnerability, because again, in the initial stages of a relationship or a dynamic, he's never going to come to you with his issues, especially 2 months in. Now, if you like it and that makes you feel good, this is a really big indicator that you're in your masculine energy, because a woman that feels good when a man is like talking a lot and she's the one that's listening is more in her masculine energy. It's like the mother energy. She wants to take care of him. She wants to be there for him, versus a woman that's in her feminine energy is going to be like super turned off by that. And in dynamics, especially with the masculine and feminine energy dynamics, which is what I teach about attraction. Because again, without attraction, the relationship is going to be very stale and really there's no use for it unless you're looking to have children and you need a partner for financial support, which again, nothing wrong with that. But I focus on the masculine and feminine energy dynamics. A woman that's more into her feminine energy is not going to be attracted to a man that communicates his problems to her. It's a complete turnoff. It For a woman, it feels very threatening for a woman that's in her feminine energy, because it feels as if a man can't take care of her. And if he is communicating his problems to her in the beginning and she's his like emotional crutch, for a woman that's in her feminine, she's going to feel that this man is not going to be there for me. He's not strong, because if he can't even handle his own issues, how is he going to be able to handle our issues and anything that the woman needs? And as the feminine, you are going to be, the one that talks more, the one that shares more. You're going to be the one that is more emotional. The masculine is grounded, right? He is grounded. He is self assured. He knows himself. And he's always going to heighten himself and inflate himself, especially before he's earned you and earned your heart. Because again, a woman that is high value or a woman that he perceives as high value is a woman that he sees is above him. This is the type of woman that men want to marry. Men want to marry women that they perceive is like ungettable and is like higher than them, right? So if you think about like a podium and like a pedestal, like they don't want to be looking down at the woman that they want to marry or the woman of their dreams. They want to be looking up at her. And that signals also respect. And a man that views a woman higher than him is never going to go to her with his issues because he's going to perceive her as a woman that has her shit together, that is strong, that is confident, that is beautiful, and that has a lot of options with men. And when you see it this way, do you think that a man is going to come to you with his issues? Of course not, because he's going to think to himself, if I appear weak to her and I go to her with all of my issues and my emotional like baggage, she's gonna go and find someone else that doesn't have all these issues. Because this is the way that high quality men will, well, they don't even think this way, they're embodied in this way. And embodiment is what I teach, right? All the strategies in the world and all the books you read, all the videos you watch is not going to lead to embodiment. Embodiment is a way of being and it comes through your own inner work and awareness. This is why sometimes my videos can be triggering and calls with me are definitely triggering because I'm trying to get you to become aware of certain patterns within yourself. When you become aware of the way you're showing up with men, we can start to break the pattern. But if you have no idea of what you're doing, in terms of like in your relationships with men, then we're not going to be able to break the pattern and you're going to continue to repeat these cycles with men and you're always going to be the one that is one down in a relationship. So it is a red flag if a man is coming to you with his problems and if the man is talking more in a relationship or in a dynamic that you than you are. Because if a man is talking more than you are, or if a man is just always emotional and upset and he's coming to you with his issues, especially before he's had a chance to win you over, it means that the attraction level for you is not high. Because again, if the attraction level for you was high, he would never do that. And also he's perceiving that he has you. Because again, if a man has you, then his guard is down. He's not really trying to win you over anymore. And he's going to whine and share all of his complaints with you. I also want you to understand that women share their complaints as a way to release oxytocin because as women or the feminine, we feel good in talking and sharing. That's the feminine. The masculine doesn't feel good in talking and sharing. It raises estrogen, which lowers testosterone. Men, masculine energy men, are testosterone driven, meaning when they solve their problems on their own, with their winning the heart of a woman, that produces more testosterone. Sharing and emoting and being in your feelings is like very estrogen producing and is very girly. Now, listening is also very testosterone driven. When a man is listening, it is also producing testosterone because it's making a woman feel good. If these roles are reversed, so you are feeling good with listening to a man, again, and this is before he's earned you, then the dynamic is flipped. So you were more of the man because a woman that's in her feminine energy is never going to want to hear a man complaining and is going to be extremely turned off by that and is never going to see that as a viable partner. Vulnerability takes time for men, and men open up vulnerably when they feel emotional safety with a woman. And they don't necessarily feel emotional safety with a woman until a lot of time has passed. In fact, my partner and I are getting married next month. And last night, we were having just the most amazing conversation about some things that he experienced. And I don't want to get into it, but some personal experiences. He felt very uncomfortable sharing certain things with me. He felt embarrassed because obviously it's like a family situation and he wasn't proud of it. But he opened up and we were sort of just talking about it. And he was also voicing me about, that situation. This is 3 years into a relationship. There were certain things that I didn't even know about until last night. Not to say that there hasn't been moments of vulnerability in our relationship. Of course, there has been, but they're few and far between. And that's because, again, men want to appear strong. They want to appear confident. They want to appear put together. So, in the times when a man is actually opening up and being vulnerable, it's it's either out of like necessity at this point, like he has to because the woman is closed up, or he knows, well, this woman is going to be my wife. I want her to understand me more, etc. Right? There has to be like a lot of emotional safety for a man to open up in that way. And you're always going to find that a man is not going to be able to communicate or express himself as well as a woman because, again, they're not used to expressing their emotion. In fact, a lot of times, instead of being vulnerable, they'll become defensive. If they're called out or if they're afraid, usually a man is not going to go to vulnerability. That is something that is taught to them or occurs when a woman is shut down. When a woman is completely shut down, his next recourse after everything else he's tried, which probably doesn't work initially, is just to be vulnerable. But that's not their default. Their default is, I'm not wrong, to be defensive and to appear strong because they don't want to appear like they're not good enough. And so I just want you to keep this in mind that it is a red flag if a man is opening up to you emotionally earlier on before he solidified a commitment to you. It means that he's not attracted to you, and it means that you gave yourself away to him way too easily. This is often why you'll find that once you've slept with him and you've given him your heart and access to you really quickly, you will notice that his pursuit of you is going to like slow down or not be the same as it was before. Because again, if you're doing things correctly, and this is why I suggest reading my books will help you so much with that. But if you're doing things correctly, the advancements towards you and the pursuit towards you will increase. And so initially it'll be slow and gradually it should increase. It shouldn't be that everything is happening so quickly and you're giving yourself away so fast. He gets bored and he like now he starts like getting so comfortable revealing himself to you and he's just acting like a whiny baby. Yuck. And he's so comfortable to do that with you. If he's so comfortable to do that with you, he's just not attracted to you, and even though you think he's attracted to you because he's seeing you or he's having sex with you, he's not attracted to you. Because again, a man that's super attracted to you is not going to do that because they're going to still be trying to win you over. And they know in their mind that to appear anything less than a woman's hero is it's just weak and they're just not going to do it. So I hope this video helped. If you need help with your specific situation, you could book an email session with me and like let me know the details of what's going on in your dynamic. If you want more coaching around and awareness as to your energy and the way you show up and like your blocks, definitely book a call with me and get the inner work course. It will help you gain awareness, right? I can't tell you that an inner work course or any course is going to heal you because healing takes time. But step one is awareness. And my books are going to give you so much more knowledge and it'll help you go deeper in understanding feminine energy and also understanding men. I love you and I will see you soon. Bye.